My name is Michael Thornton, and I'm here with Tim Rose. And is it okay if I ask you some questions today?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Michael.
All right. So, how did you get into video production?
I got into video production when I was in elementary school. I always liked having a camera on me and just kind of, running around videotaping all my family trips to the museums and everything like that. So when I got into middle school and my mom found out about the Lights Camera Summer program, she immediately signed me up for it. And that's where I really kind of started to get the knowledge of video production and getting my hands on a camera, working with other people on crew and kind of making a broadcast. So it was really this program that kind of got me into the video world and really kind of helped me develop my passion for it and let me take off into high school and eventually into college too to continue that. So
That's cool. Did you do all 3 years, or did it just come out?
yes, yeah, I did all 3 years. So I did going into 6th grade that summer was the first summer I did it. And I remember we did like some stories where we'd go out in the town with a couple crew members, and I was checking out the Sugar Cone down in South Norwood, which at that point was kind of a new setup and
It was
shop.
like Daddy's Dairy for us.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, exactly. Like that too. So for me, and I had this mohawk and I had like the microphone in my hands and I was very excited to like finally be on camera and do that. And that just, I loved that. I took it and ran with it. And so then I did all 3 years. I did the fall programs and the spring programs that they had too. And then I continued with the summer programs.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What part interests you the most about the field?
I think just the ability to kind of tell real stories. Like I've always loved storytelling, whether it be through reading books or watching movies or TV shows, but also just the journalism aspect of video production too was telling real people's stories, and I loved sharing that with other people. And I'd always find that you can really connect with something like with other people through their stories kind of that they have, and being able to tell those stories and share them with the rest of the world is something that I always found to be really interesting, and kind of being that middleman where you get to connect people with one another, even if you don't know it. I always thought that was a really cool part of video production.
That's nice. What was your favorite crew production or position? Sorry.
Crew position. I probably being the anchor on NHS Update.
Yeah.
I did that for a few years, and that was really fun, just getting to actually read the news that we compiled together, and kind of working with my co-anchor was really fun, and we kind of get to develop a little bit of a repertoire. But I really did like that. I liked going out into the field and getting the stories, and then coming back and actually being able to report on them and directly kind of address the audience and tell them all the news that was going on.
All right. Did you like switch off with your co-anchor? Like do one time do one host and then one time you do second host, or?
Yeah, so we'd like kind of just switch up, and I don't remember, we would always kind of come into the desk and see if there were any stories that like we had going on in that show, and if so, we would kind of make sure that we were lined up to be the ones introducing the stories. If there were some stories that maybe our friends did or that we connected with somehow, we would want to make sure that we were introducing those. But most days there was nothing we had directly involved, so we would just kind of see anything look interesting to you. Do you want to take this one? I'll take this one.
Right.
And but it was fun. We could kind of switch off and see whatever we wanted to do that day.
Okay. How did NHS TV prepare you for college?
Yeah, it did. I mean, it did everything for me pretty much, because in college I went for TV, radio, film. So I did lean a little bit more into the creative side of it, not really the journalism side. But those fundamentals were essential, and that's what NHS TV taught me was, sequencing with your shots, telling a story visually through tight, mediums, wides, different angles, and not relying on kind of, telling the audience, but showing the audience rather. That's an essential in storytelling or in visual storytelling. So that was really important. That's what this organization really drilled into my head, was that. And then also just working with a team, because you're working with a crew at all times, so you want to make sure that you have those good team skills, those good leadership skills to make calls based on, if you really think that a scene's not working, or if this kind of part of the script's not working, you need to really, voice your opinion. It might not be the majority opinion, but you want to make sure that you're getting that opinion out there, because you'd be surprised to find that a lot of people agree with you, or maybe they disagree with you, but it's important to have that teamwork and collaboration in order to get the best product available. So NHS TV really taught me all those kind of core skills that eventually really translated very smoothly over to the film side of things.
All right. What are your plans after college?
Yeah, so I just graduated, so right now I'm doing as much work as I can for Norwood Community Media, helping out with this program, and then filming anything I can for them, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's a great time. I'm looking to start kind of editing packages together for them and maybe getting a little bit back on camera work. But then also I'm looking for some film work too. At this point, you've got the Writers Guild strike and the SAG strike going on.
Yeah.
So production on the whole has mainly stopped. So there's not much work out there right now. But hopefully, with these unions come through and they kind of get a deal going, and we can finally get production ramped back up so that all these people can get back into work. And so maybe I can get into work too, which would be great. But yeah, just anything at that point would be great. Being a PA or any level of crew on a film set would be a great experience for me to kind of dip my toes into the film world and hopefully maybe work my way up.
All right. What is your favorite memory of NHS?
Of Norwood High School. There are a lot of great ones. It's a tough one. I mean, STN really was a big memory. I went twice to the Student Television Network conference, which was great. With the rest of the NHS TV program. First we went to Nashville, and then we went to Seattle. Both so much fun and so much fun competing. And I gotta say, I think when me and my friends Ryan Kelly and Robert Boussier were put on the live interview team, the contest in Nashville for our first year, that was super fun, and we were just excited to kind of compete, and we weren't sure, it was like a new competition. We were kind of new. We were juniors, so we were like, just gonna try it out. And then we went to the award ceremony after we had all submitted our projects. And I remember me and my friend Ryan were wearing like these cowboy hats that we just bought because it's Nashville.
Yeah,
it's super fun.
exactly.
Yeah, right. Everybody else is in suits, like looking super nice for this award ceremony. We're like, we're not gonna win anything, so let's just like put our cowboy hats on.
Just party.
And then they got to the live interview subject, and we got first place. So it's me and Ryan walking up in like our hoodies and our cowboy hats, and everybody else on stage has suits. But that was a pretty funny memory, and I really look back on it fondly. So that was a good one.
That was nice. What's your favorite sports team in Norwood?
Favorite sports team in Norwood? Ooh, I mean, I'm biased. I gotta say, I was on the track team, and they do some good work over there at the Reggie Lewis Center. So I'm gonna put all my cards there and say the track team. I know Mr. Kern might be watching this too later, so go with
So
that.
hopefully you can get on
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color? Orange. I think
Orange?
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
The hair and then Syracuse help with that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meal?
Favorite meal? Ooh, that's a tough one. I do just love a good steak and potatoes meal. Like a nice.
Yeah.
If I could, ideally, like a fillet would be great, and then some twice baked potatoes with bacon and cheddar cheese on top, and then a nice side of cooked vegetables. Perfect meal.
All right. So kind of going more specific, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Ooh. Okay, so individual food separate from the meal.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I do just love a good macaroni and cheese. Like
Mac and
any
cheese?
day, like just
with crumbles or no?
yes, a crumble, like a full-on mac and cheese,
Oh,
not like a
okay.
Kraft mac, like a full-on homemade good mac
that's
and
nice.
cheese. I could do that any meal, any day.
My grandma makes them. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
What'd you have for breakfast?
For breakfast, oh God, worst day to ask me this. So I had a crumble cookie for breakfast. I was out the door with like 5 minutes to spare. My sister brought home a crumble cookie last night.
Nice of
She
her.
said I could have it. So I was like, all right, great. I'm going to take you up on it. I'm going to grab that lemon cookie and have it on my way over to work.
All
So
right.
yeah, it's not most nutritious, but it got the job done.
It's a cookie.
It's great. It tasted great. It's sitting like a rock now, but hey, what are you going to do?
It's sugar,
Sure, gets the kickstart of energy going.
Yeah. If you could have dinner with one person in the world, who would the person be?
Yeah, great question. One person in the world. I'm going to say one person I couldn't regularly have dinner with, like as of right now, because family and friends is great. But if I had like one person that I could not normally do it with, probably Steven Spielberg, the director, because he was huge. Like when I was in elementary school, he was the guy that got me wanting to carry a little camera around and film everything that I had. His movies were super influential in me going into video and storytelling through visual mediums. So just being able to sit down and talk to him about his career and ask him so many questions would be the greatest.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Michael.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Braden Kern here with Brendan Bartuca. Is it okay if I ask you a couple questions?
Yep.
Okay. How did you get into video production?
So, kind of like Tim, I was in elementary school and I loved making videos, and I had an iPad, so I'd always use like iMovie, and I'd always make little films and stuff like that. And I did the youth video camps in Lights Camera Summer, and I did that with all my friends, and we all loved it, and we had a great time doing that. So when it came to my freshman year of high school, I did the class, and I loved it, and I kept doing stuff. I got involved. Yeah, and then I kept doing like NHS Update, doing work for NHS Update, and yeah, that's how I got into it.
Yeah. That's, what is the part that most interests you about the field?
The part that most interests me, I feel like my favorite thing is like doing something different all the time. You're not always doing the same thing, and you can get really creative with what you're working on, and you're always like meeting new people. So I think that's like my favorite part and interests me.
Yeah, that makes sense. What is your favorite career position?
So when I was doing NHS Update, I was like the switcher and audio, and apparently everyone here loves the switcher. So
yeah, so the switcher's the best.
yeah,
By far.
so that was a good time. I did not like I was not good on camera. I'm not really good with the teleprompter. So yeah, I like doing stuff off camera, but yeah, it was all fun.
Yeah, switcher is the best by far, 100%. Okay. How did NHS TV prepare you for college?
Yeah, so a lot of people have taken NHS TV and did other futures in communications. They say like NHS TV and everything helped out. Like they got them a head start in everything. Again, Tim was saying how like we learned how to do like create like segments and stuff like that. So we had that experience before anyone else. And Nord has a great program. So yeah, just like being ahead of the game and knowing what to do in your college classes was like really big.
Yeah. What are your plans after college?
So I graduate this next spring, and I'm going back for my master's degree the next year. So after that, I'm hopefully gonna try to get a job. So I have to get an internship either this year or the next year for like my requirement, and hopefully that could help get me a job in the future. But yeah, I want to try to find something around Norwood.
All right. So, what is your favorite memory of NHS TV?
Of NHS TV, well, it's kind of hard because my senior year was the COVID year, so we had to go all remote.
Oh.
So I'd say me and two of my friends, we did a segment my junior year, right before COVID. We did this segment called What's Good Outside the Wood, and we'd go somewhere and like record and like make like a 2-minute video and show the school. So that was really fun to go. We went to like Boston, we went to this like hiking trail, and we went to Castle Island.
Oh, wow. Okay. What is your favorite sports team in Norwood?
In Norwood, well, I was a part of the hockey team and the baseball team. So I'd say my favorite team was a hockey team because I actually played. I didn't get to play in baseball that much. I wasn't really that good. But yeah, hockey was fun. We had a lot of memories. So we got to go to like Nantucket. We went far in the playoffs. So I'd say that was my favorite.
All right. So, what is your favorite color?
I like the color red.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like black, so it's not really. What's your favorite food?
So recently I've been trying a lot of new foods, but I really like hibachi.
Oh yeah,
And
hibachi's
really good. Yeah, and then individual food, I don't know, probably like chicken or something.
Like buffalo or just
No,
like
no,
normal?
I'm not a big spice guy.
Oh, just
so.
like normal.
Yeah.
Just straight up chicken seasoned.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite meal of the day? So like lunch, breakfast, dinner.
I'd say dinner. Like
Yeah, that's.
I don't usually have breakfast that much,
Yeah,
but dinner's always secured.
Yeah, but I like the food from lunch and dinner way better than breakfast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if you go out to breakfast, it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's better. It you go, Brooks. Because like chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh
are the
yeah, you
best.
can't go wrong with that now.
Yeah. All right. So, what did you have for breakfast today?
So, I had a coffee, but I did see Oppenheimer, so I was there till like 1 in the morning. So technically popcorn at like 12:30. So I guess you could say popcorn, but I had the coffee. That's about it.
Okay. If you could have dinner with one person in the world, who would it be?
I'd say like I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have dinner with like the King of England just for the clout. Like you just be like tell all your friends like yeah look where I am right now. Like send them a selfie with the king. So I think that'd be pretty funny.
Or the new one, or like one of the old ones?
I mean, it would be pretty shocking if I went with like the old king, because,
The one that.
but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because it could be like dead or alive.
Oh, dead or alive?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it.
then Abraham Lincoln. That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just take a picture and then show all your friends that you
Yeah,
went to dinner with
exactly.
Abraham Lincoln.
yeah.
All right, that's all the questions we have today.
All right, thank
you
you
for
very
coming
much.
on the show.
Hello, my name is Julian, and I'm here with Kate, and I'm going to ask her a few questions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's good.
How did you get into video production?
Well, I first started just by signing up for TV class. I did it, and that's like really what made me like want to do it more. And I did TV2, and now I'm going to TV3. So I mainly just did it because my friends were doing it, but the main reason I wanted to do it was because of like doing it and liking it a lot. So I signed up for the next classes, like TV2 and stuff.
Okay. What part interests you most about the field?
Oh, I'd say probably the studio is really cool, like all the cameras and the fact that we get like the studio for ourselves in the control room, and like it's just really cool. Like most schools don't have that, so I'm like pretty interested and grateful for that.
Yeah. What is your favorite crew position?
I like director because I get to like kind of boss people around and like talk to people. And floor director is kind of like the same thing a little bit, but yeah, I try to do director whenever I can.
Okay. Do you plan to continue video production in college?
I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't really thought about it too much, but it's definitely something that is on my list of things that I like. So I'll have to figure that out some more, but yeah, maybe it's a possibility.
What is your favorite memory of NHS TV so far?
I don't know. That's a hard question. I feel like just like the people in classes, like my friends and hanging out with them in class. It's really fun. Like it's like my favorite class because it's like so much fun to like talk and work with your friends. So that's like just more broadly, it's like it's more fun to make memories with them in class like that, I guess.
What is your favorite sports team in Norwood?
I'm gonna have to be biased and say the gymnastics team. I like the gymnastics team because my mom coaches it, so I think it's the most fun, and we do a lot of fun things. I also think the hockey team's pretty good too. I like to watch the games, so yeah.
What is your favorite color?
I like pink is my favorite color, yeah.
And what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is tacos. I like tacos a lot.
And your favorite meal?
Oh, I guess Chipotle. I like Chipotle a lot. I guess if you call it a meal, I don't know.
What did you have for breakfast today?
What did I have? Oh, I had a bagel with cream cheese and some pineapple.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you could have dinner with one person in the world, who would it be?
Oh, I'd say probably like, I don't know, I guess Taylor Swift because she's like really famous and I like her music a lot, so yeah, Taylor Swift.
All right, well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for answering them.
Thank you.